Marlo Brothers here, and I just want to give you a quick rundown of my rounds 1 and 2 of the 2019 ABT Bream series. Round 1 itself was at Bemm, and then a split round system into Marlo on day 2. So on day 1, after a fairly successful pre-fish, we found very early on you had to locate the fish utilising your onboard electronics. So the Lowrance HCS12 lives definitely come in handy, utilising the side scan to not only locate fish but locate dug holes, because you knew the fish would come back to those dig holes, which was certainly I guess what I found a bit of an advantage and a confidence booster to know that if the fish weren't there, they were going to come soon. So what I used to target those fish was after the pre-fish we realised they were pretty in tune with grub style lures. So I was using a Z-Man grub. It was a motor oil colour mated with a gudgeon on a Ian Miller Grub Freak production line rod, matched with a 2000 Luvi. Pretty light combo, and definitely got the job done. First up in the morning, I found the bite was a bit slow and it was a bit more windier than pre-fish, so I did something that I'm not used to, and I went up to a 1/8 jig head, which predominantly the Bemm itself is only 9 foot deep, so to go up to a 1/8 jig head was certainly, I guess, something against what I usually do. But I found it must have been kicking up a lot more mud and getting the fish's attention. So that sort of worked for day 1, and ended up weighing my 5 fish and having me just outside the top 20. Day 2, that's definitely where they sort out the boys from the men, and Marlo is definitely a tough system. It's proven that in the grand final. So I was, I guess, a bit confused leading into it. I wanted to go into the lake and try and grind my 5 out, but it's just not what I do. So I made the snappy decision in the morning to pull into a rock wall that just looked good, looked like it had fish on it. So my plan was to, again, throw what was working at Bemm, again the grub, this time with the 12 jig head all day, Luvi, throwing it in as tight as I could, double hopping that grub out and hoping I could get a bonus fish, which definitely worked. My first fish was a 35 fork, and that's shortly followed by I think it was a 30 fork, which was just legal. But 2 fish early definitely had the confidence up, and what I'd do is I'd grab the motor guide, I'd go straight up past the drift I just did, and then I'd beef my gear up a bit, and I'd use a Miller Rods XFLC with a similar Luvi 2000, this time with 5 pound leader, matched with a cranker crab. And the difference was utilising the cranker crab that was a colour that probably not a lot of Victorians do use, which is a muddy fiddler. That produced one fish, I think it was, and then I had to go up to the lake and try and grind my bag out. I managed to go up to the lake, grind 1 more fish out, and then I just had to get out of there. There's too many boats. It was too sort of shallow and not what I definitely like to do. It probably bit me in the bum a bit. I probably would have got my 5th if I stayed there, but I made the cognizant decision to leave, go up to the system and try a few more rock walls, which didn't prove beneficial, and ended up finishing off in about 12th position or 13th. So not the worst start, but not the best one that I was after. Round 2, going into Gippsland. That was again a super tough round. Pre-fish, we went straight to the flats and the known areas that tend to produce, and just something didn't feel right. I couldn't really find the fish, and there was a lot of weed on the flats, which your hard body would get caught up in. So I made the decision fairly early to go over to Paynesville and grab pretty much all the crab gear I got, and then throw crabs deep into as many dark crevices I could, under jetties, under moored boats, and see how we go. On pre-fish I got a cracking fish real early, and I thought we were onto something really good. It just turned out that during days 1 and day 2 I couldn't extract those fish. Certainly got the bites, and that's something you can take a bit of confidence out of, but couldn't weigh my limit on both days, and subsequently didn't have the best result. But all in all, massive learning experience. Super happy with what I did. I wouldn't change it, and I know Paynesville was going to pay off one day. I just got to try and extract those big models. So going to regroup and get ready for the Berkeley Super Series this weekend at Botany Bay, and then subsequently the Oz Open on Sydney and Hawkesbury, followed by the ABT Botany round. So super excited. I'll roll some clips before and after this video, and let us know if you like the format. Just trying something a bit different, and we'll see how we go from there. Thanks guys.